first guest to the press conference, the runners-up for the 2016 Division III NCAA Men's Ice Hockey Championship, St. Norbert. Our student athletes are number 4, Blake Thompson, and number 23, Eric Cooper, and the coach, Coughlin. We'll start first with the student athletes, Q&A with them, and then we'll follow that up with the coach. If you could identify yourself and your affiliation. Thank you.
Tim Costello, U.S. College Hockey Alumni. Eric, great season, tough game today. Can you reflect a little bit on the game tonight and the season in general?
I think we were where we wanted to be. I think it was a surprise to the nation, but it was a surprise to the nation, you know, a young team, and you know, we came into training camp, and this is our goal every single year. It doesn't matter how big the turnover is, this is where we want to be. And we got here, and then tonight just couldn't click. Just something was a little off all night, and we had our chances and couldn't capitalize, and that was the difference of the game. Things got out of control in the end. You know, we're down 2-1, and you know, we didn't mind where we were sitting, and then even down 3-1, we felt, especially after last night, we felt we had a chance. Just didn't work out.
Other questions for our student athletes?
Eric, you're one of a couple of seniors. I believe the seniors talked about you guys had a young team, a big turnover this year. Can you just talk a little bit about what you see out of the guys that you're leaving behind? One of the seniors, you've had your 4 years, got a lot coming back next year. Just your thoughts on the guys coming back and the potential they have as a group.
Well, it's 16 skaters tonight that are coming back that have experienced this, that have felt what it's like to be on the losing end. Now, this fuels you all summer to get back, and now they have the experience, and now they're the 10 freshmen, 11 freshmen we have, now they know what it's like to play a full season, and the expectations are, again, to be right back here. As seniors, that's all we want. We want them to learn how to play green night hockey, and I feel we did that. The group was a hell of a freshman perform.
Blake, they kind of turned the table on you guys tonight. Last night your power play was on fire, and tonight they cashed in 3 times. What was it about their power play that was so difficult to defend?
They moved the puck really well. They got a lot of skilled guys up front. And their back end really good too. They have Brooks and Obey, or whatever his name is. They all stepped up when they need to, and you need your power play at this time of the year to be a factor. And tonight their power play, pretty much won the game for them. So.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Let's move on to Coach. Coach, I'm going to paraphrase a little bit of what Eric said. It just didn't click tonight. I mean, last night you played a marathon, and a marathon of a game with a lot of emotion. Did that have anything to play with tonight's performance?
I'm not a fan of that philosophy. I think if you look at the game, the way the game started, the way the game was played, Stephen's point was better in, I don't know if I can name one area where we were better. They were better. And we've seen them again consistently over time, and we know what their strengths are. We understood that. And, again, this was going to be a game, I thought, in our case, it was going to be a game when it was 2-1, where in one of those moments of truth, one of those big opportunities, we needed to change the tide a little bit, and we didn't, and it went 3-1. And I think if we make that a 2-2 game, now we're feeling a little more happy-go-lucky, like we're in overtime land already because you're one strike away. Because I thought they started the game very well. They obviously got the early goal. I haven't seen the video on what it looks like. And then their power play was a huge factor. It just was a huge factor. And to our case and our point, going to the well too many times on the kill really affects these 2 guys up here, right? Like Eric Cooper and Blake Thompson play too many minutes when we're giving them 5 power play tries, and in some cases this year 6 and 7 and 8. In tonight's game, 1 for 1, 2 for 2, I think 3 for 3 in a row is what it ended up being. So they went bang, bang, bang. And on the one we took the penalty, they scored the goal, and then they got the power play coming right back off it, right? So the momentum swings, big momentum swings. We didn't seem like we were able to get much to the paint on them in general, so I think their decor handled things well, and they play a really fast neutral zone game, stretch game, and you know, our D handled the line rush overall quite well. We were not stringing out, we were not giving up odd man opportunities. That's something we talked about from last night's game. But we didn't have enough, and they did. And we've been on the other side of this, so you know, it's congratulations to the point, because you look at the grind that they had to come down the stretch. I mean, you know, they found themselves in double overtime to win their conference championship. I think they had a couple of tough games with Eau Claire. Those tough games down the stretch, they make such an impact on your roster. And that's why I'm always surprised that the teams don't want to play other teams that are competitive, because I think those games are the reason you win these games. And so if you look at their stretch run, what they did did a good job against Eau Claire. They beat a really good River team in overtime. Then they had to go on the road at Adrian, who we know Adrian. They're very good. And then they saw Jenny last night, and they played a really good stretch run. I think when your team's playing well and you're playing those games, your confidence level is sky high, and their confidence level is sky high. And you saw that as they scored, after they scored their third, they continued just to really be able to pour it on, and we couldn't really fight back.
Let's open it up.
Coach, last night your team, very resilient and really opportunistic, particularly in the last minute of periods. Tonight they did that to you.
Yeah,
They
changed
the tide big time at the end of periods, and how difficult was that going into the locker room after a couple of goals like that in the first and second period?
Yeah, you know, again, the first period we're okay. I mean, we're okay there. Second period, we're back to talking about taking too many penalties, and that's been a bit of a staple for us, and we've had to go that well too many times. So, you know, at the end of the day, when we go into the locker room post game, we know we didn't win, but I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of our compete level. I'm proud of the young guys, and I'm proud of the veteran players. I mean, our veteran guys did a lot to lead this group. Yes, we will go forward next year without 4 seniors. Most notably, obviously, Eric Cooper, our captain, who had his single best season. And that's what we want for our seniors. We want our senior Blake will be in this boat next year. We want our freshmen to come in and be able to just be freshmen and play. And we want our sophomores and juniors to carry a lot of water. And then we want our seniors to go back to where they were when they were freshmen, and to be able to just come in and play and have a great season. And Eric was able to do that, and so we're happy. We're obviously happy to call him our captain. He is a 3.75 student. He works hard in the weight room, he works hard on the ice, he works hard everywhere he is in the classroom, and he exemplifies what it is to be at St. Norbert. So we're proud of this group for sure, and we understand that there can only be one team that wins. And hats off to Stevens Point, excellent champion this year, and frankly knocking on the door for a couple of years. Very good team.
Other questions for the coach? Coach, I know you're doing the title tonight. Had a great season. Best of luck to you next season.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.